Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join three Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode number 14, Navigating Friendships. Not a bad title.
No, apropos.
Yep. We are back in Miami, and we see Guerdy talking to Stephanie to see where she's at with the girls. Alexia is at her beauty bar, and Frankie's there too, and she's talking to Larsa about the cruise. It's funny because we haven't seen that beauty bar in a while, right? I was surprised to see it.
I'm the same thing.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it.
Yeah. I like that Frankie goes with her and hangs out there.
I do too. I like Frankie. I really do. Marysol meets up with Julia and they FaceTime with Martina and the boys. So I don't know if you're noticing this, but Martina's doing a lot of FaceTiming with the boys. Like, what's that all about? I think she's been on every episode.
Martina.
If she wasn't there in person, I think we've had a FaceTime with Martina.
I totally agree with you.
Right?
I think Martina really likes this.
I think she wants to be a housewife.
Or are we referring to her as Marty now?
Why, did someone call her Marty?
Julia was referring to Marty. I'm like, who the hell is she talking about? And then they FaceTimed Martina.
Interesting.
I'm assuming that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been. I missed that. I missed her saying that.
Yeah.
Julia tells Marysol that her daughter on the phone the other day when she went to hang up said, "I love you."
Yeah.
And so she's hopeful, that's her older daughter, that maybe her younger daughter will come around. I actually was under the impression that her daughters weren't even speaking to her. So
me too.
Right? Isn't that what she led us to believe, that they were not speaking to her?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So it wasn't just me that thought that.
Nope. We're totally on the same page there.
All right. Well, listen, I'm glad that she is speaking to her daughter, and I'm glad that,
me too.
She's making headway. Let's see. So then they're talking about Stephanie, how she's very bossy and makes people feel uncomfortable. I don't know.
I mean, Marysol's saying all this stuff, and Julia's just sitting there co-signing it all.
Yeah, because Julia's not going to have an opinion, right?
No, she's not going to have an opinion. She's just going to nod and smile so she could stay in with the cool girls.
Yep. Then we see Kiki is out with her dad, and she's explaining to him that she ordered raw salmon for him, and he doesn't want to try it. And I thought that was interesting.
It was so cute.
It was cute. She thanks her father for helping her out with the family issues, back in Haiti. And he says that that's his job. I didn't realize he actually had to go back to Haiti to get that resolved. Like, he couldn't, that wasn't just a phone call. He had to go back there.
I remember when she was telling the girls, she said, my dad had to take care of it for me.
Yes.
So I guess that's what she meant.
Yes. Then he goes on to say, you were my firstborn and I would never treat you bad. And he said it wasn't my fault. And then Kiki said, well, in that moment, I didn't know that she didn't want, she didn't want me there. And you told her that she could kick me out. Like, you rubber stamped it.
Yeah.
She called you on the phone and you said, okay, kick her out. So I like that she's standing up to him. I do.
Me too.
I like that she's standing in her truth, even if it's uncomfortable. And what's interesting is when he said to her, but look at how many cameras are on you today. I initially thought he was saying that because, like, I can't believe you're saying this in front of the cameras. But what he was saying is, look at how successful you are because of what I did to you.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting turn. Huh?
I thought the same thing. I thought he was saying he was uncomfortable with all of the cameras. And same thing. Like, how could you feel free enough to say all of this to me in front of these cameras? But you're right. What he was really saying was, but look at where you are now.
Right.
And he's right, but she still clearly is entitled to feel the way she feels about it, because no 15-year-old should be kicked out of their parents' home.
No.
So,
no.
But he did at one point say it wasn't my fault.
He did. Actually, he said it more than once. I think he said it twice.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't my fault. And in her confessional, she said, listen, in the Haitian culture, you're not allowed to call out your parents. But guess what? And she's right. She spent more time in America than she did in Haiti.
Yeah.
So she's allowed to do what she needs to do, right?
Yes, she certainly is. And she did it, and that's really great.
She said, "I'm glad I grow balls big enough to tell him how I feel." I love that she said that. I was like, "I love that, Kiki."
That was really good. That was really good.
And he says, "What happened in the past, we can't change." Kiki said, "I know we can't go back, but still, I have to find closure." So she's still saying, which, is good. He does try the salmon tartare, and turns out he likes it.
He likes it. See?
Yeah.
Open up your horizon, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Lisa's getting ready for the next trip while she's talking to Jody. Oh my God, this was so cringy.
Is Jody just listen, people are just saying terrible things about him online. I don't, that he's weird, he's this. I don't have any of those feelings. I do feel like he's very uncomfortable on the camera.
I agree with that. I mean, I think it's also very uncomfortable with the things that she says, because she says, "It feels weird that I'm not a missus anymore." You've only been divorced for a week. For 1 week.
My ring finger feels empty. And bare.
Right. 1 week.
Jody got very awkward during that conversation.
I mean, that would be an awkward conversation if there wasn't a camera in your face.
Exactly. Yeah, he seemed very uncomfortable.
And then we see him.
What he's going through with Larsa. Like, she's like a predator. She's preying on him, Larsa. Like, she must know he's uncomfortable, and she's just trying to make him more uncomfortable.
Yeah. I just don't, honestly, and I like Lisa, I think she doesn't really think before she speaks.
No,
Like,
I think that's very clear, yeah.
I think that, like, when she, like, watches his back and realizes the position that she put him in when she was saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jody is sitting in a confessional with Lisa, and he said being in a relationship is tough enough, but being in a relationship is really tough when you're going through a divorce and you've got all these lawsuits coming at you. And then when I have Larsa targeting me, like, we just got through one hurdle and now we have another one.
Right. And he kind of basically says that he kind of brings up therapy, right? That they should go talk to somebody. And she like does this with her arms and she's like, like shuts it down. But listen, I don't think therapy's a bad idea for anybody, even if you're happily married for 50 years. There's always room for improvement.
Right.
Then that's what therapy's there for. And I always feel like any one person or couple or family or whatever could benefit from it. But she kind of shut it down. But it's like, that's real. That's if he's really feels this way, that's real. And that's part of your relationship. So don't shut it down. Like foster that.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we see Stephanie is talking to her assistant and they're saying about how they have to wrap up all these gifts.
Well, I was so excited about this.
Anastasia.
Yes, I have a million lip glosses. I love her mascara. She has such a beautiful makeup line. Her lip glosses, just the colors. I mean, the texture, all that stuff is great, but the colors, I love all the colors. I was so excited that that's who it was. When she said Anastasia, I'm like, no way. Cuz I never saw who she was. Like I didn't know what she looked like. And then they had all those samples there, all those products.
Know. Yes, I know. And she said they were sold out online. She had to get them directly from Anastasia. So it's funny because when
bitches are so lucky.
I know, when I saw that name, I was like, oh my God, because Anastasia Beverly Hills is a big sponsor of RuPaul's Drag Race. And
oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like big. And so I pulled Matt over to look at it and he's like, "Oh, there's her daughter is the one that's always on RuPaul's Drag Race." I can't remember. I don't want to screw up my phone, but Anastasia's daughter is the one who's always on. I was like, Anastasia's daughter. And he showed me a picture. Yeah, but guess how old that woman is? I almost fell over when I looked it up.
I would imagine like mid-60s, but not because she looks it.
Right. She does not. She's 67 years old. She does not look. I would have,
and I only say that because she's been around for so long.
Yes, she has been. I mean, and if she's had work done, she has had the best work done I've ever seen.
Yes.
She looks amazing. She looks amazing. I mean, it's $1 billion business. Yeah. It's $1 billion business.
I love her products. I want to say she started out doing eyebrows.
Could be.
I want to say like eyebrows were her thing. And then she just parlayed it into this whole big line.
Yeah. No, I was excited to see her too.
Oh, I was so happy.
And we find out how they became friends. They were at a party together in LA, and Anastasia went up to Stephanie and said, "I really like the way you run your Instagram. I really like your aesthetic." And they just kind of clicked. Now,
Yeah.
who would have thought, right? Like just something
Yeah.
like that. I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." So she's doing a Shoma fundraising event, and she's partnering, well, she's doing it with Kiki because they're going to donate the proceeds to a Haitian Health Foundation that Kiki chose. And there's gonna be a signature drink there called the Kiki Courage, and all the proceeds from that drink are gonna go to this, Haitian Health Foundation, which I thought was very nice. So, I guess trying to figure out, like, timeline on this show. I guess, is it, like, November, like, or is it December? Like, is it this close to Christmas? Like, I was trying to figure this out.
I know, it's so hard to tell because they're in Miami, right?
Yeah, and are we gonna get to see it? Like, I hope we get to
Well, I
see
hope
it.
so. I hope they're, lining it up so that we get to see this event.
I do too, because it's episode 14, and I'm just a little worried that we're not gonna get to see it.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Yeah, I don't know where we're at, but it seems like we're gonna see it. So it has to be, I mean, they haven't talked about Halloween or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I knew. Like, this is one of those franchises where I really never know what season or
I
what.
know, because they're in Miami, it always looks like summer to us.
Right, yeah, I'm like, what season are we in? Like, what's going on the
I
calendar?
know. I hope we get to see it. I just assume.
I hope we do too. I thought the conversation that she had with her was very interesting about, how she's such a strong woman in business, and that when Anastasia got the call from her, she was in a meeting, but she immediately thought Stephanie was calling her to tell her that she was pregnant. And I thought, well, that's odd because Stephanie has made it very clear to us as the audience that she does not want children, that she is too focused on her career,
Yeah,
right?
so I have the same thing written down, but in this conversation, doesn't it seem like she's a little interested?
A little bit. I got that. Yeah.
But that's totally not how she makes it to the other ladies, and it's totally not how she presented it on her Heather McDonald interview.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. Unless she just was going for she has her friend on and her friend has this. She didn't want
Right.
to have that conversation, which I can totally understand if that's the case.
Sure. Sure.
But
I wonder if she has a relationship with what's Masood? Is that his name?
yeah, Masood, her husband.
Masood. His children. I mean, technically his children could be her age, so that could be.
Yeah, I don't think that she has. I mean, she doesn't appear to be very maternal, and I can't like you said, they're probably the same age, and she's never met his
She's
ex.
never met the ex.
I seriously doubt there's any relationship there. I
Yeah,
doubt
you're
it.
probably right, yeah.
But I do think it would be good to see a softer side of her, like, and
For
certain
sure.
children could do that.
Yes. Well,
So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to stay tuned and see if we get to see the party and we get to see a softer side of Stephanie, right?
yeah. I thought the next thing was very interesting.
Which
That
was
they're
that?
that they're going on a Virgin cruise ship. Did you
Yes.
not think that they were going on this guy's private yacht?
Well, you know what? I actually kind of did think it was a Virgin cruise ship because my brother just went on a Virgin cruise ship.
We did.
And it's a big thing out of Miami. And they kept saying cruise. They kept saying cruise. They weren't
I know.
saying.
I just really thought that they were going on this guy's big giant yacht.
And I thought I thought it was interesting because I'm like, how are they going to pull this off? Because there's going to be all these other passengers on this boat. Like,
Right.
how are you going to pull this off with all these other passengers? I mean, first of all, she's got that suite. So, but they
That
seem to.
suite was beautiful.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I never heard of it's called the Resilient Lady. That's the name of the
Yeah.
cruise ship. That suite is the Rockstar Suite. It had a hot tub in it. It had that huge balcony in it. I mean,
That
that
was
suite,
nice.
that was very nice. That was very nice.
What do you think that's like 10,000 a night? A suite like that?
I would well, it's not a night. It would be a cruise, and it would be per person. So if it's a 5-day cruise, you pay for everything's considered for double occupancy. So I would probably say at least 10 to 15 grand per person. So that'd be 30 grand for the cruise, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But it's definitely expensive. The cruise that we went on in July, they had like they called it the Yacht Club member, which was a different tier, different level.
Yeah.
And We couldn't even get to it. Like, you can't even get to that part of the boat. You can't even get
Really?
to that part of the boat without yeah. You can't get to that
Wow.
part of the boat. And actually, Darren's, cousin, the travel agent, her son, and probably her too, they were on that part of the boat, of course, because, they travel a
Well,
lot
yeah.
and
Right.
they're at that level, but
Right.
yeah. That's the
Plus, if
level
they're
I would
travel agents, then they get the perks anyway just to
Yes.
be able to push it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to be at that level, let's just say.
Yeah, I'd like
All
to be at
right?
that level at one point too.
Um, so Stephanie decides on this cruise, she's gonna be, nautical Stephanie, like, calm and cool, she's not gonna be bossy. Well, first of all, you can't be bossy because 'cause you're on a cruise ship and you're going wherever the cruise ship tells you you're going. You are not making up
That's
any
right.
agenda. So this is a good
That's
time to come
right.
up with this nautical Stephanie, just to say, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So Marysol decides that she's gonna split up the group, and at first I thought, "Oh my god, this is the dumbest." That was my initial reaction. Then when she did split up the group, I did kind of like that they were first of all, I like that that they were kind of, like, trying to talk to each person about it in a
Yes.
calm way, right?
Right.
And
Right.
I think that that was a good way to approach it, in my opinion.
Yes. I agree. I had the same initial thoughts as you,
Mhm.
but it was a smart idea.
Yeah. So and I also didn't realize that they were gonna be going, like, to 2 different restaurants, like, 2 completely different places, which again was also very smart because we've seen how
Yes.
explosive these women can be.
The past 2, yeah, the past 2
Yeah.
dinners, right?
Yeah. So the first person to arrive, is Lisa in her group. Now, I don't think this has ever happened before. Ever.
I just think it's funny when the I guess Marysol and Alexia got there, she's like, "You guys are late."
I know.
Like,
That was so funny. Alexia, like, of course she got offended. I mean, she was totally joking.
she's like, "You've been on time."
She was totally joking. It was so funny, though.
Mm.
So, l actually, Adriana got there a bit late, and she said that she fell asleep because she wasn't feeling well. And I'll be
I
honest
think
with you.
Guerdy and Adriana were both a little seasick. Because
You
even
think?
Guerdy, when she showed up at their table, she was like,
Oh. Oh, you think that's what that never even occurred to me that they were seasick.
I figured they were seasick.
Okay, that could be. That could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, but I did think that they both didn't look good. I thought she was, like, legitimately sick, but okay, that would make sense though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kiki's trying to see what Larsa wants from Lisa so that they're not fighting. She's asking her, and Larsa said, well, she's hurt by Lisa, um, about the paparazzi comment. I'm like, "Oh my god, we're still talking about this?"
And by the way, first of all, does anybody really believe that Larsa called the paparazzi on Marcus? I mean,
No.
honestly, I
No.
feel like these women get jacked up about things that nobody even believes. I
I agree
never
with
even
you.
thought twice about that comment. It's stupid. Of course she didn't know where he was going to be. And she's going to send the paparazzi to the south of France?
Right.
I mean, I don't think she cares that much.
I don't either. I
The
don't either.
paparazzi just happened to be in the south of France, and your boyfriend was shoving the white shit up his
X,
nose.
X, X,
Your
X.
ex-boyfriend.
And they were exes at the time as well. They're not like they
Right.
were together, so right.
It is, I mean, everybody's entitled to their feelings, but it's like nobody even believed that, so don't get so jacked up about it.
Like, why are you holding on to this? Like, this is
Right.
the hill that you're gonna die on? Like,
Right.
really? So Kiki said if she apologizes, can we then move forward? And I don't think she agrees to it.
Well, she said, "My apology's here. Her apology
Oh,
has to
that's
be
right.
up here."
Right.
It was a very
Right.
Kelly Ben-Simone moment.
Yes, it was. That's right. That's right. Yeah,
I
because
don't
I was
even
like,
know what that means. Like, does she have to grovel? Does she have to beg for your forgiveness? And you can just give her a flippant, "I'm sorry"? Like, what does it mean?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do like that Kiki was trying to find out what is that exactly it is, right? So then over on the other side, Alexia is telling Lisa that when Jody texted Larsa that she did something wrong. Well, first of all, you don't know that whole relationship, Alexia. Marysol asks her what she needs to do to move forward, which is the question that we need, right? That's the question we need to answer. And Lisa wants Jody to be left out of it, which I
Right.
agree, right?
I
Because
totally
I
agree.
mean, it's actually Jody is the one who said that Larsa called the paparazzi. It wasn't Lisa. It was actually Jody that said it, according to Larsa.
Maybe somebody did tell him that. Maybe
Right,
somebody
but
did tell him that.
right,
Shouldn't have
but
repeated it, though.
Right. But like Lisa said, she wants Jody left out of it. She wants whatever happens between them to be between them. And I agree with that.
I do too. Alexia was very adamant, though, that Jody needs to stay out of it on his own. But honestly, at this point, I think Jody wants to stay out of it on like he's like, I'm all set. You crazy asses.
I totally agree. Stephanie is saying that she's trying to be chill. I don't know who it was. Somebody said she's trying to be demure and mindful. Is that
Guerdy said it.
Guerdy said that? Yeah, Guerdy.
Yeah.
Alexia is saying that Stephanie has bad delivery and someone needs to stop her. I'm like, well, that's a little harsh.
So Stephanie said that her sisters think she has bad delivery and now her friends do.
Right.
So it seems like Stephanie's like reflecting a little bit.
100%. I agree.
Alexia is not reflecting on anything.
No, she's not.
Alexia is taking no accountability. She's not acknowledging that she has any issue at all. This is clearly all Stephanie's fault.
Yep. And somebody needs to stop her.
Right. Someone needs to stop her.
Which I'm assuming is Alexia, because who else is going to stop her?
Right. She seems to be the queen bee.
Right. So 2 hours and 5 tequila shots later, Larsa.
You don't realize how those tequila shots sneak up on you.
Larsa is calling Alexia and Julia and Marysol and telling them that she's taking pictures for OnlyFans so that she can pay her bills.
How about when Lisa said Larsa's on OnlyFans, probably talking to other people's husbands?
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
well, listen,
oof.
I mean, she probably is, but that's not her fault. I mean, she's on all. I mean, if they're paying,
she's got to pay her bills. Exactly. She has to pay her bills. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not her fault.
No, go ahead.
That's not her fault.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But before she hangs up with them, she does flash her boob at them.
Julia looked very happy.
Yes.
When she did that.
Yep. Yes, she did.
Julia's like, I'm so happy I'm in the cool girls group now.
Yeah. The next morning, we see Stephanie shows up at Marysol's suite, and I had no idea why she was dressed like that until I found out.
Like aerobic Barbie?
Yes, I was like,
going on?
Like, they didn't give us any context, and all of a sudden she's knocking on the door, and I'm like, what is going on?
She looked great, but I was like, she looks like aerobics Barbie.
I know. So they're doing an 80s workout. Marysol's not participating. Shocker. And they were talking about, those two were talking about fixing things, between the ladies. And Stephanie is telling her that, she was hurt by Marysol because she thought that, everything was good between her and Marysol. And then when Marysol and Alexia didn't come on the plane, she was getting two different stories, right? Like Alexia was saying one reason we weren't going, and Marysol was saying another reason. And, Marysol was like, well, you did say that maybe they wouldn't, we wouldn't take them back if they misbehaved. And Stephanie's like, well, I just thought like I was in a safe place, like with you guys. And Marysol's like, there's no safe places. Which just like Marysol's giving good advice. There's no safe places.
So I felt like Marysol was very honest. And
no, I did too.
She said there's no safe places. She said, I'm not mad at you and I really like you. And then Stephanie apologizes, like, I don't want it to seem like I'm dangling things in front of you. I thought it was a very honest conversation, and I didn't think that Marysol was denying anything.
Right.
And then 8 hours later, Alexia's telling Stephanie how angry Marysol was. Like, I feel like they were trying to edit it, and I don't ever blame editing for anything, but I feel like they were trying to edit it to make it seem that Marysol wasn't being honest in that conversation, and whatever Alexia was now telling Stephanie was very hurtful, because she's like, but I just had this great conversation with Marysol. Did you get that impression?
I absolutely did. And I completely agree with you. Like, I thought her and Marysol had a very good, honest conversation. Marysol was I felt gentle but firm with Stephanie. And Stephanie, I felt, received it, apologized, and they were moving forward. And then, like you said, we cut to Alexia saying something totally different than what Marysol had just said to her. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't like when they do this.
I know, it was really odd.
Yes. And we don't know, like the next day, Stephanie's talking to Adriana, and she says she feels like Marysol is a jealous demon disguised as a loyal friend.
Right. So whatever Alexia said to her wasn't good.
Right. Right. And I feel like this is where there's problems. And we kind of see it with Alexia and Marysol in the after show when they're
I
talking
didn't
about the
watch it
show.
because I had just watched this before we came on.
I'm not even referring to any specific after show. I'm just talking about in the after shows in general, because they're kind of like, Alexia got mad at Marysol when she saw that, the girl said, "You're a different person when I'm not around," and she didn't feel like Marysol had her back enough. Alexia got mad at Marysol when she felt like Marysol was talking too much, and Alexia couldn't Alexia was on Marysol. And
And
I think
you know what I want to say, but I don't want to say it because I get accused of talking about it so much, but she's just so much like Teresa. And I really think that Marysol will not fuck with Alexia because she thinks she won't have a place on the show, because she technically is just a friend of, even though she's always there. She has a confessional. She's on the after show. She's just as much of a housewife, and as well as Kiki, as the other girl, and Adriana, but they're considered friends of. And I really think that she relies on her alliance with Alexia to stay on the show. So she's going to back down to Alexia.
I don't know about that, because I did see Marysol, or I heard Marysol on a podcast. I'm trying to think of whose it was. And her and Alexia really are friends. They really do talk every day.
I believe it.
Really are friends. When the show is filming, when the show is not filming. They had how many years break? They were still friends. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Alexia when they first started filming. If Marysol wasn't filming, Alexia wasn't going to be able to film. Like, that was with Herman, when Alexia was with Herman. Yeah, they are that close. I don't think that, and also, I really thought that Marysol wanted the full-time position, but she made it very clear on that podcast, and I 100% agree with her. She gets confessionals. They film at her house. She runs events. She does everything a full-time She's getting paid.
She's definitely getting paid.
She does everything a full-time housewife does. It doesn't matter to her.
Right.
It doesn't matter to her.
I feel like on Miami, there's not much of a difference between a housewife and a friend of. We see just as much of Kiki and Adriana and Marysol as we do the rest of them.
The only thing I will say is Adriana and Kiki, we haven't seen their home life, right? And we haven't seen either one of them throw events.
But we have seen Kiki's kids, Kiki with her kids.
Yes, we have seen Kiki with her kids.
And Adriana's son's probably away at school, and he's probably somewhere fabulous for school, or just married and living his life.
Right. I don't know. I agree. I thought that Marysol really wanted that full-time mojito, but I don't think she cares. I really don't think she cares.
I mean, I don't think she needs the money, right? Like, I think she was very well off, and then, poor Mama Elsa passed, and she and her brother got all, I don't know. I mean, I always looked at Marysol. I always thought she was one of the wealthiest of the Miami housewives. Like, she had like generational money.
Yeah, I did too. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But Stephanie does say to Adriana, the message is, if you're going to come for me, you better hit a bullseye, because when it's my turn, I don't miss. I was like,
that was savage. That was pretty savage.
That wasn't chill nautical Stephanie.
That was not nautical Stephanie.
That was not.
They're still on the boat, but that was not nautical Stephanie. Yeah.
We're going to have to wait
and see what happens. I'm curious to see what next week brings with that conversation with Alexia and Stephanie, because that was a total 180, what she said about Marysol from the night before.
Yeah, it really was.
I do think that Marysol and Alexia are a little envious of Stephanie, personally. This is what I wanted to ask. Do you have any idea, is Anna, the one who has the podcast, the one who said all the stuff about Stephanie and all the things that the house is going to crumble and all this stuff? Do you know if she is close with Marysol and Alexia, Anna? Like, did they leave on good terms? I know she didn't get along with somebody, but I don't remember who.
Oh no, I think it was Alexia.
Okay, because I thought if she's friends with Alexia and Marysol, she's probably delivering this message.
Who showed up? Wasn't it Anna? Wait. Who showed up at the Mother's Day that Dr. Nicole was throwing, and Alexia and Marysol lost it?
Well, maybe it was Anna.
Wasn't it?
I think so, because she's a lawyer, and, Anthony, Dr. Nicole's
I
partner, the
think,
lawyer. I think there was some kind of
Alexia,
connection there.
I think I do not
Yeah, I
think,
think you're right. So that's not it then.
yeah,
She's not doing their dirty work.
no, no.
I gotta start listening to her more.
I was just thinking that I have to listen to her too, because I haven't listened to her in a while. I got to see what she's talking about, because I
I'm in the
believe what she
middle
says.
of Yeah, I'm in the middle of listening to Tamara and Eddie on Jeff Lewis. Did you hear it yet?
No, when did that drop? I didn't even see it in my thing.
It could possibly have just been today. I'm in
Okay.
the middle of it. So we'll talk about that when we talk about OC.
Eddie, actually, Tamara's
Eddie's on it
husband?
too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And he said something about Katie. I was like, settled. He said, well, look how hard Katie came for Heather last year with that whole paparazzi story. She didn't come hard for Heather. She said it one time. Stop
No.
it, Eddie.
Tamara and Gina are the one who perpetuated that.
Absolutely. Before we hang up, let's talk about our fave, Danielle Cabral, at the
Yes.
VMAs last night, going live and not saying a lot, but saying a lot about upcoming Jersey. So we know they're test filming, and we're going to see Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We've been saying it since we've been doing the podcast. We love that. We love the holidays in Jersey. So I'm so happy we're going to see that. And she said, so they were like, what do you think? End of this year, beginning of next year? And she said, you're going to see it sooner than you think.
That's what she
I
said.
feel like she's coming back, and I hope she is. She said the fans are going to be really happy. I hope Rachel's coming back. I have noticed that Rachel and Danielle haven't been with the other wives really. Like, I feel like Margaret and Melissa have still spent time together. Dolores and Margaret and Melissa, we know we're not seeing a lot of Teresa, but I'm not convinced that means Teresa's not coming back. I'm not counting her out.
No, I'm not either, because I don't know. I would not be surprised if she still comes back. I really
Yep.
wouldn't. Despite what people are, the rumors that are out there, I would not be surprised.
Me neither.
When Danielle was live, she said, Dolo, because I went on live with her, and I asked her, are you near Melissa and Joe? And she's like, oh, they're in the same section. And Dolo came on and said hi. And she said, Dolo, why aren't you here? So I think, and I don't know, but I think that she's been in Rhode Island. I think she's been in Rhode Island recently. So she may have been in Rhode Island. And I know that they were filming there. And I know that Kim D did a book signing in Rhode Island, because I saw, and Dolo was there, and the Rhode Island New Housewives were there. So
At the book signing.
So
Kim D is going to be on Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Well, I don't know that she's going to be on.
At least she's going to get one scene of a book signing.
Maybe or maybe not. Maybe
when
not.
Did she write a book? Did she recently write a book?
Oh no! It's within the last year. It's about it's about her life,
mafia family. Yeah.
I wasn't going to say
that.
But
I thought that came out years ago.
No, I think she's been talking about it forever.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
She's been talking about it for a long time, but it just recently came out.
Okay.
It just recently came out.
I'm not reading it.
No, I know you're not. I'm not reading it either, but I don't read books.
Yeah. No, I'll read a book, but
I know. No, I'm not reading it.
Especially
But
if
yeah.
it's-
And I only know that because I saw on one of the sites, like one of the fans had posted a picture at the book signing in Rhode Island with Dolores in the picture and Kim D. And they were naming the other Rhode Island housewives that were there. I was like, oh, because I'm
Do we
actually
know
not
the connection yet with Dolores and these Rhode Island housewives? Do we know what the connection?
No, I didn't. I haven't really. I did start to research it a long time ago, but then I was like, my bandwidth can't handle that until we get closer to it, because I'll just forget it.
I'll try to dig a little something up. We need to plan our NV outing.
Okay.
So if anybody, because I'm a foodie, I like to eat. Wendy could take or leave it.
Yeah.
But if we're going to drive to Envy from Brick, New Jersey, it's over an hour. So I was trying to see if we could actually go to Rail's Steakhouse and Envy.
Can we?
I don't know how close they are, but if somebody from that area could let us know if going to Rail's and Envy in the same day is like doable, if it's not from Brick, because we're like an hour and 20 away, or if not, tell us where to go eat near Envy. Because we're not going to just go to the store and come home. We're going to, want to do something else.
Yeah.
And I like to eat.
Yeah. And I like to drink, so I'll drink.
Exactly. Exactly. And we're not opposed to bring your owns because we will bring our own.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So if anybody could suggest.
But
I'm super excited for Jersey. We just said it in the last pod. Like, we need Jersey back.
We definitely need Jersey back.
This has been way too long. I just want Danielle and Rachel in the package, please. Bravo.
I have a feeling we're not going to get Rachel. That's my gut.
I hate that.
That's my gut. But you know what?
She's got so much going on, though.
She has so much
went away to college.
They
have the new baby.
I know.
Her daughters are adorable. Her husband is the number one guy in the group.
Well, don't tell Joe that. Don't tell Joe that.
Joe's like the OG number one guy in the group, but I feel like,
Well, speaking of Joe, next week we are going to the Page 6 Virtual Reality Awards in New York City at City Winery, and Joe Gorga won the +1 award for, I guess, being the best +1. So I imagine we will be seeing Joe next week.
I hope so.
Well, Melissa will be there. Melissa will definitely be there. Candace Dillard will be there.
Candace.
I think she's singing, which I'm excited for. And Alexia and Marysol will be there. So maybe we'll be bringing back some good tea about that next week for you.
I hope so.
I do too. So until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.